one. Hello all. Welcome to Blaine's Escape Corner. Fun day. Welcome to everybody migrating over here from the Twitch stream. We will figure out how to roll this as we move on through the community here. Because now I need a bot that can just auto post for me or something. So I can get all these, like, oh, now I'm live on YouTube, because like I can't seem to get the bots to do the dealies, because they're bots. They're bots that do what they're supposed to do, but I can't find one that's supposed to do what I need. Maybe Nightbot can help. Maybe I can use a Nightbot, or the turtle one, the Carl bot, or whatever it is. We'll figure that out. What is up? What is up? We've got Michael Dragon Ruse. Yes, I am late because I was on Twitch streaming away. I'm glad you guys all figured out how that functioned. We'll get, like I said, we'll get it smooth. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll find a way to make it so it's not so taxing on my computer, so that I can basically be streaming and then start the next stream, and it'll just kind of like whoop. But we'll worry about that another time. We'll worry about that another time. For now, you're all here because it's anime time. Enough with the video games and the awful takes. You're here for my takes. Oh man, Brian's no, Jeff Thu, Mother's Basement. He needs an editor, and not like a video editor. He needs someone who reads his script and helps him refine whatever it is he's trying to do in a script. Saying that these are the hottest trash of the season, and then saying this show's I told you was great, and it's a little raunchy. This show is just bad. This show is about a simp. Like, you're doing all of this stuff, and it's like, why? I don't understand where we got. And then you're like, oh, Black Summoner's got a whole mishmash of stuff, and then your rating system doesn't make sense. Like, come on, man. You could do better. Delivery of the script sucks too. It is quintessential 2014 YouTube. I wrote my script. Here I am reading my script. He probably reads it a few times, so he gets all the proper cuts that he's looking for. Strings together his whole slideshow of everything he wants to be on there, and then he goes for it. So very strange. Did you not like his Licorice Recoil video? Haven't seen it. I am only on episode 4 of Licorice Recoil, so I didn't really want to delve into spoiler territory, because when I like to be surprised by shows, even though I tend to be able to kind of guess where they're going. You watch enough media and you're like, I know how story beats works, that little things will still surprise you, and those are kind of what I look for. But when I watch a video on YouTube and someone's like, spoilers ahead, I just watch it anyway. Even though I don't really want to be spoiled, I have this thing where I'm like, I have to just watch this video. So I need to catch up on Licorice, and then I will watch the Licorice video that he did. For now, it was just the hottest trash of the season that we were looking at. And it's an opinion. It's an opinion. But I'm excited. The little pop-out worked. The audio worked. We've got it on multi-channel. I've got, what do I have? I got 10 channels on this thing. Let's be real though, there's only 7 channels that matter, because 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are all dual channels, so they're all the same channel as far as the audio goes. But I've got a lot of channels on this thing, and I need to use it. I need to maximize my streaming efficiency here, so we'll get there. Licorice will surprise me a bit. Is it not just a whole bunch of 2 girls going on missions and bumping into each other and catching glances, and everything's just getting gayer and gayer and gayer as they go? Is that not what Licorice Recoil is? Because that's what Twitter tells me Licorice Recoil is. That his trash takes was fine. That's probably because you don't like Rent a Girlfriend, so someone who likes it would probably not like the vid. different thing altogether. You can't just say that one, right? Because Rent a Girlfriend may not be great. It may be about a simp. It may be kind of trashy. But then he also has Extreme Hearts on the list. What? Like, why? Licorico's great. Good. Good! I like great anime. All right. We have some very interesting updates to go over today. You heard on Twitter, everyone gay now? Oh, that's what it was. Everyone gay now. That's what I read. Because it's not, I'm not straight because I love my wife. I'm actually gay for my wife because deep down I'm a woman. That's how it works. So I think. Just a bit unexpected. I hope it's unexpected in the same way Vermeil's unexpected. At Vermeil, to this day, I'm like, can we take these first 4 episodes and go and just make them one episode where it's like he summons or maybe like first episode he summons a demon, second episode there's problems in the school, and then third episode is evil professor. Just boom boom boom. Let's get there. Cuz having like 5 episodes to get to that feels like a waste. Like that's a quarter, like those 4 episodes are a quarter of your show just to get to the point where now we have a little bit more interest. We've got this little preview of the squares. It's something. Grandpa's quarter by. At least 1/8. Well, as long as it's more than 1/64th, I think that entitles you to be able to get all of the perks of the alphabet, which includes 2. I don't understand this sometimes. Like, I get everybody wanting to like be a part of something, but it's weird when everybody wants to be a part of like the same thing. And it's like, at what point in the future do we hit that straight becomes an S on the LGBT spectrum of letters? Because it's just this massive line of just everybody's sense of self and sexuality. Like, at what point does straight get to join the alphabet soup? Because there's a 2 in the alphabet, and when I looked it up, it's like a Native American 2-soul thing. So for all of the Native Americans who believe that they have a 2-spirit or a 2-soul, or it's a very, from my cursory glancing of things, it seems like a pretty in-depth like belief system with certain tribes. There's a 2 in the sexuality sphere. I don't get it. I don't understand anymore. I don't get it. What I do get though is anime. Check Discord and act accordingly. Oh goodness, what are you? Are you talking about? Is it Minecraft planning? That looks really good. That water looks nice. Oh, you sent me. Why? What is your profile picture? It looks like I want to say it's some sort of gelatinous dessert, but it also could just be a pile of like bloody poop. Yeah, I can do that. I think, yeah, cuz asking a question is optional, so we can do that. Add option. It's a frozen strawberry, you think? Ugh. It looks like it's been frozen a little too long. Maybe it's strawberry like sorbet, because it's a weird shape. It's a kidney stone. Can't trust Native Americans. Their houses are made of skin and they worship dirt and sticks. They are an interesting group of people that They came across here to America, and then so you have some form of like people that come across the land bridge and then they get to America, or they're Pangaea away, like whatever occurs, you separate out this group of people, and then that singular group of people becomes a bunch of different, like very different groups of people that all hate each other, and want to like kill each other, and are like roaming. Some are roaming, some are fixed, some are they're very modern stuff. Some want to be in the cold. They're like, we'll stay here. Like, who said on the way across the land bridge, like, that's good enough, we'll stay here? There's not a lot of food, and we have a I don't know. It blows my mind. It's so fascinating to me. And like being here in the Northwest, half of the cities around here are named after various tribes or Indians or I'm gonna say Indians because that's what I grew up saying, but Native Americans, all over the place here. We have Issaquah, we have Seattle, which is technically his name was Seattle, but like we call it Seattle. All that kind of stuff. So it's I find it fascinating. Plus the art is so beautiful and really cool. Some of the narratives and the story and the legends are also really cool. But it's a fascinating look at what people do. Like how many people came across, and how quickly did they all decide to like split up and turn to war? How fast did that happen? I don't know. I have no idea. What I do know, though, again, back to my awful takes on anime. You say engines? that is a term. I almost feel like engines would be more appropriate, since there is a country of India full of Indian people. That you would say it in a different way to make sure that you know that they're a separate group of people, and you're not doing the whole like, oh, the feather or dot. Like, thanks, Grandpa. I think you know who we're talking about when we talk about orca whales. I think you mean John Wayne Gacy, not Casey. Isn't it Gacy? The clown, the kid killing clown. The reason everybody's scared of clowns. All right. Not sure how many of the updates on AniList have made it through to Twitter, because I feel like I've had a kind of a mass amount of those. But we finished Daemon, and by we, I mean we, all of us together collectively, because as soon as I've done something, we've all done something. That's how this show works. I liked it. I liked the ending. I liked the way it wrapped up. I think it was cute all the way through. Good found family. Didn't do anything weird. Focused on like every episode giving me some kind of information about Wagashi. So good show. Thank you, Spring. Thank you, Spring 2022, for finishing that up well. It's not true. I would strongly disagree. Time for you to run out. Alrighty. Enjoy the escape from the escape corner. Sui, what are we hollering? Are we hollering in chat now? Is that what's about to happen? I watched an episode of Tomodachi Game. So now I've watched 11 out of 12. And like I said, the main character gets the results of being L without the brilliance of being L. We never get the cool, like, I knew it was this because it was this all along. In his headspace, it's just like, I'm crying, I've lost. Actually, I won! Here's how I won. Here's why you didn't know I won. It's not true! Why are we hollering? Oh my goodness. You keep hollering like that, we're gonna get in trouble. But yeah, Tomodachi game. For like, guy makes it to the top of all of the best boy lists, and we're watching it, and it's like, no, I don't care if he has this like, oh, I care for my friends. Does he? Or does he just still want to use them as pawns in his game? I don't know. I don't get it. We'll find out, I guess. I've got one more episode for him to become like best boy of the season. But right now, he's still manipulating Asshat with some sort of ulterior motives of some kind. You have a decent amount of native in you. It doesn't show, but you know one of your cousins got 25% on 23andMe. That's a lot. That's a lot. Does 23andMe like specify where? That'd be interesting to know. Or if it's just like generic Native American is like a category, or does it actually say like a tribe, right? Comanche or Chinook? No, Chinook's never mind. Now we know why he's good at Minecraft. I can live off the land. For new anime, so that's I don't know why I had like a bug in me to watch some older shows. By older I mean last season shows to sort of wrap that up. But so Call of the Night, watch the 7th one of those. What did I say last week about Call of the Night? I said I like it, but I'm ready for the next thing. I need another character. I need someone who would sort of join the group and be like a part of things. I need somebody else to sort of spice it up. I'm enjoying the show so far, but I'm ready for that next thing. What happens? The next thing! Watch this episode. Exactly what I was hoping for occurs. And this episode was fantastic. Really, really well done. I like Leiden Films doing a little bit of action. I was happily surprised actually with how they did that. You're at episode 4 for Call of the Night? Good. Spoilers? No, I haven't said any spoilers yet, have I? I don't think so. There's no way you can guess what happens based on what I just said. Someone tell you when spoilers done. Spoilers are done. I'm just really happy. I really like the right when I felt a need for something else, they give you something else. They give you that little bit extra. They do it sort of in this smooth, clean way. Oh man. No. You haven't watched it yet? That's hilarious. Chat. More spoilers. Do another spoiler, Serranos. Make another fake spoiler. New best friend, new love interest, new what else can we say? New jacket. Oh, it's funny. Oh, that's too advanced of a spoiler. We can't dig that far ahead. We have to keep the spoilers short. He finds new slippers. There's a new fake spoiler for you. Are spoilers done yet? There never were spoilers. Oh my goodness. When there are spoilers, I will pop up Spoiler Gundam. Tequila Gundam is a spoiler Gundam. He will pop in and he will chat with us while we have our little spoiler time, and then he'll go away when there's no more spoiler time. Nazuna buys a new game console. Oh my goodness. I condone bullying? Yeah, I probably do. I probably condone something that a lot of people consider bullying. These are literally all things that could happen. Checking in, listening to work. Ooh, are you in a different time zone or are you a late worker? Good to have you here, Alex Moore. Bullying is good, actually. Good bullying is good. There is a point at which bullying becomes unproductive, right? You have a kid who grows up way faster than everybody else, and is physically bigger and stronger than the other kids, and he just physically hurts people at the playground. Bad bullying. Somebody asks, do I look fat in this dress? And someone says, yes, you could probably stand to lose a few pounds. It would probably help your heart as well. Good bullying. There's a difference. One is physical abuse, battery, I guess you could say, between two people. Bad bullying. Bad bullying. Battery, bad bullying. The other bullying is pointing out a flaw and saying you should work on it. Good bullying. You'd be trying that woman at half the weight. Oh. Do I look fat in this? Exactly. Exactly. It's a is there utility to it at the end of the day? And then the other side of that coin, the part of that coin that, like, you have a lot of people that will sit there and they will coddle people. And then you'll have a lot of people that sit there and they make fun of people. You have this constant duality of life, right? Where people are like, you're garbage, and this needs to change, and this is bad about you, this is bad about you, this is bad about you, this is bad about you. And if you get that constantly, this is bad about you, this is bad about you. And even if it's backhanded, where you like, they don't say like this is bad about you, but they look at someone else and say this is good about them. Your brain, with someone who's that negative all the time, is going to think, if they're good, then that means I'm bad in that way, right? Oh, that person's so hot, you're going to think, oh, well, I must not be, or whatever it is, right? So that constant negative can grate on you, can put you in like a really dark place sometimes. So you need to have an amount of affirmation and confirmation from either the people around you or yourself. There are some people, myself included, who you can say the worst thing on the planet to me and it will not affect me. We are a few and far between type of human, though. So I acknowledge that for some people out there, they also need that safety net of people and groups around them saying, it's okay, we can work on this. But it needs to be from that you're okay and not the you're good. There's a very subtle difference there, right? You need to be supportive of the person as they improve. You can't be supportive of the person who refuses to improve what they want, right? Because at the end of the day, just telling someone that everything's okay as they continue to get worse and worse and worse, and everything declines and their health gets worse, and this, that, and the other thing happens, is just not, it's not helpful. It's not helpful at the end of the day. You make them happy, and it's like, you drug someone up before they die. That's sort of the psychological equivalent, is just you're filling them full of mental morphine before they're gone, as opposed to, and what are we going to do about it? And how are we going to fix this? How are we going to improve this? Where are we going to go with this? We got to do something. We got to do something to move them into a better place. And that's why there's so many of us. And like, everybody has those failings, and so we all need to be pushing each other to be better and better and better. That's why Michael makes fun of me on stream and tells me that I suck at streaming, because he's just trying to push me to be better and better and better and better. And I'm gonna close my noise gate up again, I think. Make this a little better. That should help. 5 fat people and 4 of them. All right. So Call of the Night, great. Watch Call of the Night. Phantom of the Idol. I'm enjoying this show, but I don't know if I would recommend this show to anyone. It If you like idol shows and you've been looking for a idol show that focuses on how the idols interact with their fan base, this is the show you should watch. If you don't like idol shows, don't watch this. I was really hoping. I was hoping, so much hopium in my life. I'm hoping it all. I was really hoping we would get more of the funny realizations, jokes, humor, XYZ of a female spirit taking over a male body. A little more of that silly haha hoo hoo fun stuff. But there's none of that. It's all just about the idol working with the fans. So not super great. Not super great, but we'll try it out. You got one shadow dragon? I don't know what that means. What in the world? What are you talking about? Chat, you're weird. Chat, you strange. You a strange one. But those are my updates. Those are my anime updates. Alrighty. In anime news, let's do a little anime news segment. A little beep beam. Welcome to anime news. In unhappy news with anime, Evangelion voice actor Motomu Kiyokawa passes away. Take a look at this guy's face. Take a look at him as a human. Who do you think he was in Evangelion? Think about that as we go through this. Hellsing and Gundam voice actor was 87. Whew. At least, you know, it's like you were around good long time. Got to do a lot of really cool stuff. The dad, interesting choice. The Haikyo Talent Agency reported on Monday that the voice actor Motomu Kiyokawa passed away on August 17th of pneumonia. He was 87. Pneumonia is a very common killer of the elderly. It's this weird thing where when a lot of your systems fail, you end up dying of pneumonia. So could have been any number of things, but pneumonia is like the thing that killed you. He was 87. His family held a private funeral. And now we get to his life. Kiyokawa was born in 1935. Jeez. And in 1957, he joined the Hayuza Theater Company. He then joined Haikyo in 1968. He worked as both a stage actor and a voice actor. Man, this guy, he's been acting for as long as like a lot of my generation's parents have been alive. That's crazy. Best known for his role as Kozo Fuyutsuki, everybody's favorite ultimate bro, Fuyutsuki. I hate having to do. Let me just pop this. He looks like the character, doesn't he? He's the gray-haired best friend who's in love with the other dude's wife. Super funny. He's got that same sort of look. Odd Taxi having idle tag makes sense. Does it? Oh, I see what you're saying. Odd Taxi has a lot of stuff going on. So I feel like in Odd Taxi, you could literally use every tag known to anime databases, and it would probably apply in some way. Exactly. It's not an idol show, but characters who are idols are integral to the plot. The films, of course, all of Ava. He reprised the role for the 4 more recent reboot films in the franchise. Other notable roles include Walter in Hellsing and Hellsing Ultimate, Tem Ray in Mobile Suit Gundam, Tippy in Is the Order a Rabbit. Tippy! Does Tippy have voice lines? Hold on. Tippy from Is the Order a Rabbit. Oh, yes, that's right. Okay. Okay, Tippy, if you've ever seen Is the Order a Rabbit, Tippy is the little round white blob that's actually like an Angora rabbit, but it always just looks like a little white blob sitting on Chio's head or on the bar. And it's actually, it houses the soul of her grandfather. And so it'll sit at the bar and talk with her dad, and it's super cute. I totally forgot that that was a speaking role, though. That's funny. Shime in Time of Eve, Artorias in Restaurant to Another World, Dr. T in Gungrave, Norman Berg in The Big O, Gain in By the Grace of the Gods, Reizo Kanba in Zammed, Lost Memories, Takezo Ryozoji in Planet With, Char Rules Eau Claire in Nodam Cantabile, Isamu Kihara in Lull in the Sea, and Gargoyle in Nadia, The Secret of Blue Water, among others. So we lost a big one today. Again, been acting in one form or another since 1957. Jeez, that's 60 years, like almost 60 years of acting. Wow, amazing, amazing. In happier news. In happier news, Netflix unveils Romantic Killer Anime's trailer, cast, staff, and theme song. Rie Takahashi and Mikako Komatsu star in October 27 anime. So Netflix has unveiled the next anime that they plan to destroy, because that's what Netflix does. Amazon too, but right now we're talking about Netflix. With its Netflix jail. Assuming this one gets Netflix jail. Romantic Killer? Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping it's just a good old classic. Yandere. Maybe we incorporate some modern, like, maybe she's like a Tinder killer or something like that. That might be kind of fun. Could be cool. But it's on Netflix, so literally just based on the way that Netflix pushes certain things and not other things, this show could just not go anywhere. So we'll have to see. It'll have to be a banger for it to really pop off. Otherwise, we're going to get another Bastard where people watch like everything in the first day it comes out. And then, like, who's talking about Bastard today? Anyone? No, nobody's talking about Bastard today because everybody already watched Bastard and everybody's more interested in what the new shows are doing every week. We don't care about a show that we already watched. The zeitgeist is all about the now. We can't be bothered to think about a show that we binge watched months ago. It's asinine. It's annoying. It's annoying, but that's how it works. That's just how it goes. Anyone that cared already finished. Exactly. 100%. Let me binge a good show. You can binge a good show and the binge can destroy the show's reputation, its cultural effect, its ability to be an ongoing, interesting thing that people are really, really all about. Right? Pull up the Discord. Why is everything gotta be on the Discord? What are we doing here? Oh. Cool. Thank you. Thank you for that. I hope that made you happy. Enjoy that meme. Classic Predator handshake. Nice. Binge destroys the hype. So hype is a weird thing. If I gave you the choice of 2 roller coasters, one roller coaster is a very large hill and a very big fast fall, and then it's done. And then the next roller coaster is 10 different sized but smaller hills as it continues on. Which roller coaster is going to have the bigger line? And which one is going to get ridden more times? This actually happens in real life. At Mount Fuji, there is a roller coaster that's claimed to fame is it's the steepest roller coaster in the world. It goes all the way backwards when it comes down, and that's it. It's basically you go up, you come down, and then it swoops around and you're done. Really fun, really easy. You do it once and you're like, oh, that was fun, that was okay. But everybody talks about Ijinaitka, the roller coaster that translates to, whatever, what the fuck, if it happens, you know, it's got a funny sort of like passive name, but it's up and down and up and down and up and down, and you're with it through the entire thing. And that one always has this massive line. You hate roller coasters, but you get what I'm putting down. Exactly. Like the Lay's potato chip. You don't have to like the thing that I'm that I'm using as a metaphor, as long as you can put yourself in that mind space. But yeah, you build the hype, you build the hype, you build the hype, and you keep it going, because what happens is if everybody gets all the hype at once, then the hype ends, and then there's nothing else to build to. Versus if you keep gradually building it, people will continue on that path until they go. It's sort of the you take someone who is working their way up, they're building their business, they're building their nest egg, they're getting their money, they're working everything out, and they build this giant legacy that they pass on to their kids, and then their kids lose it. It's just gone. It doesn't exist anymore because their kids didn't have the same sort of passion and drive for everything that was going on. Same thing with hype. If you don't build that hype as you're going, you're not going to get people as invested in it as anything else. Movies kind of make that different, where it's like you don't have this sort of ongoing thing typically with movies until you do. Until suddenly, the first MCU set of movies was like, oh, we'll build off this, we'll build off this. Before that, Star Wars and Indiana Jones, you have these multi-movie series where it's like, oh, we made the first Predator, and now we made a second Predator, and now Predators and Aliens, and now the Predator, and we can sort of keep building on hype from previous iterations. So you need to build that model in if you're going to be dropping, right? Like the Stranger Things, right? Stranger Things is probably only as popular as it is now because it continues to drop more episodes and build off of the big hype train that it had last time. But who is talking about Stranger Things right now? Like, let's see. Is anybody, if I will go to the internet's heartbeat, Twitter, and I'm gonna type just Stranger Things, nothing specific. What are my top, or like my latest tweets about Stranger Things? Something about Stranger Things and Breaking Bad. Someone who looks like the Stranger Things girl. Something in another language that I don't know. Another language I don't know. Someone making a comment about season 5 needs to come here. It's just not. You would think that there would be like way more like during, right? Like you need to see a graph of like, here's when Stranger Things came out or whatever. A sudden and spontaneous urge to read the manga version of Biscuit Hammer. Oh God, no. What have I done? Anyway. Let's get to Chainsaw Man so that all these people who keep popping in here for Chainsaw Man information stop leaving as soon as they get in here. Looks so funny on my end. You just see like beep, boop, beep, boop. It's constant like Chainsaw Man? Is he talking about Chainsaw Man yet? No? Okay. I'll be back later. Let me know when he's talking about Chainsaw Man. I can't wait to hear more about Chainsaw Man. It's gonna be the best anime that's ever been animated. That's my Chainsaw Man impression. You know me, I build straw men out of everyone. I think it's funnier that way. But at least I know what I'm doing. I don't pretend that any of that's real. Alrighty. Comicbook.com got to sit down with the CEO and the executive producer of Chainsaw Man from Mappa and have a nice little interview. Did you say Chainsaw Man? It's really funny how you can see how the algorithm is distributing recommendations based on current trends. Yeah, and it's also funny to see how... So the last episode that I talked about Chainsaw Man in is also the episode where I showed off the there is a snowstorm, there is a snowstorm, that whole song that I love. And Shueisha was like, that's ours! Boonk! And just blocked the video. So it was like, brrr, hit like 60 views and then bunk, just stopped. Whereas the other Chainsaw Man video went all the way to like 120, 150, something like that. And then like even trimming out that section and getting it back online, no, it's not gonna go anywhere. Thanks, Shueisha. Eat a dick. They'd probably like that though. You've been getting Dragon Maid season. Wait, why is Dragon Maid in the current trend? We'll talk about that later. I gotta clean my glasses. Hold on 1 second. I gotta clean these. It's driving me nuts. Yar. Okay. Alrighty. Chainsaw Man staff addresses the series' wildest moments. And Tatsuki Fujimoto's greatest gift. Was it pancakes? I love pancakes. If you gift me pancakes, I'd be very happy. Oh my goodness, I forgot to start the episode. The transition from Twitch to here was so abrupt. I can't believe it. Today, brought to you by Tanuki. I'm only gonna pour a small glass because we're a bit way through the old episode at this point. But kanpai, everyone. I apologize. That was very rude of me. Awesome. Alrighty, Chainsaw Man has taken the manga industry by storm, and it has already taken a hold of the anime fandom well ahead of its release. When fall arrives, fans will be introduced to Denji on the screen, and the hype for season 1 is high. In fact, it's hard to think of an anime that's been more anticipated than Chainsaw Man as of late. Yeah, probably. If I didn't read so much, I wouldn't need to wear glasses. I don't think that's how it works. I think my eyes just have a deformity that forced me to need glasses. Isn't that? I'm a monster. Isn't that the problem? Reading strengthens my eyes. It's like doing reps, but for your eyeballs. Something you'd know if you ever read something. We got the chance to talk with its executives about the project. Studio Mappa CEO Manabu. Oh no, it's Manabu! Otsuka and executive producer Makoto Kimura appeared at Crunchyroll Expo this summer to share a peek at Chainsaw Man with fans. It was their comic book. I'm so great that they got that name. It's like, we are comic book. I also keep getting high dive ads. I got it a while ago. Like I got it last season, but it's like, hey, yo gosh, da 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 da. It's like it's always a Call of the Night ad or the what's the other ad it always plays for me? Executioner and Her Way of Life. Bum 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 bum. Anyway, it was their comic book. Got the chance to talk about everything from Tatsuki Fujimoto's talents to the hidden charm of Chainsaw Man. So if you want to know what the pair had to say, you can read on below. How would I have gotten this far if I didn't want to know what they said? Oh. You have 21 out of 20 vision and you don't read? Is 21 out of 20 good? Is that... I don't remember which way the numbers go. You already read the first chapter, or first two chapters of Biscuit Hammer. Okay. All right. Chainsaw Man will be rather unique as it will forego a production committee. This choice is often reserved for classic IPs with built-in fan bases. So Kimura, I'd like to ask what led Studio Mappa to opt out of a committee. We really wanted to give ourselves the freedom to be creative with the show. The studio wanted to kind of take it on ourselves and not put it through a committee. It's a new challenge for us as an anime studio, and to take it on since it's an unusual choice. So I hope the fans are looking forward to the show and the product that we're going to come out with. Oh, anyway. The manga is bad as well. They both suck. You keep getting those ads too. Yeah, exactly. They both suck. One just is a little less sucky because I don't have to see every frame of it sucking. I only see all the panels and pages, and I have to keep flipping to see it suck. Chainsaw Man has a lot of quiet moments, and then a lot of wild scenes that go from 0 to 100 real quick. How do you feel this season 1 will translate this pacing and urgency for the screen? 2015 is the best vision. What about 2010? There's some pretty good vision back in 2010, I think. Obviously, this series is very popular with fans and our staff. To the best of their ability, the team is trying to meet the expectations of the fans. So they're putting all their work into that. And obviously, in the process, there are some things that they're having to arrange carefully. The major focus is to keep the anime as close to the original manga as possible. Within the anime itself, the story will move in its own way. So there will be different pieces that are slightly different. The team hopes people will look forward to seeing it play out in the anime. That's good. They know how to say that it's for the fans. That's important. Now we'll see if they deliver. There are plenty of reasons fans love Chainsaw Man, but I wanted to ask both what you consider the series' biggest charm to draw to fans. It follows these characters that share a lot, and you're not sure where they're going. This is a story with a lot of drive, so there's an appeal and charm to not knowing. For our team as producers and directors, they're really focused on that aspect as they put together season 1. It helps that our producers are already big fans. One of the biggest charms is Tatsuki Fujimoto's sense as a writer. It is in how you can see things through his work that there's a subculture throughout Chainsaw Man that becomes very important. However, the story is still balanced even with this. And Chainsaw Man has a wide range of readers as such, so to bring all of the charms out in the anime, it was important to find a director and producers and an entire staff who are of a similar generation to Fujimoto, so they're of the same mind. The staffing of Chainsaw Man was done in that way to help promotion. Interesting. Like, how... How... I watched Shirobako, but, like, how different and unique does the anime get that they need to find people that literally have the mangaka's like generation and mindset? Very, very interesting. Maybe that's the difference between anime that's like it gets real deep and you're like, wow, I really like this. They really went all out. Like you feel like it's better versus anime that you're like, yeah, that was good. And finally, what is one part of Chainsaw Man that stands out to you the most that fans new or old should revisit? For me, I believe Volume 9 really stands out, and I read it over and over again. Gives an interesting look at the relationships between Chainsaw Man's characters and how they responded to one another. It's really great to see how the relationships developed, so the whole movement of the series' character arcs from the beginning and on is great. Are you excited to watch Chainsaw Man this fall? Share your thoughts. What did... His biggest gift is his writing? That's what the exclusive gift was? What is it that the author does good? Author writes good! Oh my goodness. I can't believe that... What is the biggest his biggest charm? His greatest gift is that he's a good writer. It's like he's a good enough mangaka that he could get an anime relatively quickly in his career. Oh, man. You think Spy X Family and Chainsaw Man sold about 5 million copies last year? That sounds about... Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they both sold equally, because I know, like, before Chainsaw Man took the #1 spot, that Spy Family was the #1 spot, because that's how it works. There's a Spy Family anime, and then everybody buys Spy Family, and then there's a Chainsaw Man announcement, and everybody buys the Chainsaw Man books, you know, which really help boost sales for that. So, you know, if nothing else, the anime has been a good driver of the of sales to get the manga rolling. Ton of panty shots, but the only character who has them are the main devil girl, who looks super young, so it's kind of creepy. Wait, the main devil girl looks super young? Is that not the heck is the name? Power? Is Power not the main devil girl? Oh, talking about Biscuit Hammer. Oh, okay, thank you. Yes, in Biscuit Hammer, she looks quite young. That's a bit much. That is definitely a bit much there. I was like, what are you talking about? I have yet to have somebody show me something from Chainsaw Man where I would think, she's a little young. They all seem perfectly normal. Never mentioned Biscuit Hammer again. Biscuit Hammer is going to be the name of our band hammer from now on. If we ever drop a band hammer, we're dropping a biscuit hammer on them. Those are the rules. Them's the rules. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't think I finished my anime update. I also watched The Maid I Hired Recently is Mysterious. I watched the first episode. I don't know that I have thoughts about it yet. You hear Chainsaw Man has the best waifus. To be honest, you're trying not to judge the show before it comes out, just to know how much Battle Shonen dominates every year. Why don't these... Yeah, this should be in watching. Save. This should be in what? Oh. Oh, that's why. That's why I didn't see it. Because it moved to dropped. So... Maid I Hired Recently is Mysterious. Popped open that episode, started watching that episode. I watched the English dub, to be frank. I like the new voices. I like the new people that are coming around and getting some roles. I like that the opie laden jubbly character isn't just voiced by Jamie Markey again. It's you know, a new person who has a nice fun voice. Like, we don't. We used to have this thing where there were only so many people in the industry, so it was like everyone who was like a wacky kid was Johnny Young Bosch, right? Like, he's in Heat Guy J, he's in Trigun, like he uses that voice everywhere. And then and like Lucy Christensen is every tsundere in a harem show, right? Like everybody had the voice that they just sort of like had attached to them. And forever, it's like we just had enough that like you had this same crew that just went from show to show to show to show to show, right? And as we've increased the number of dubs we do, as we've increased the number of studios doing dubs, we're able to get more and more talent in there, which is awesome, awesome. And so that's why I support the dubbing talent. I need more of that new blood in there to help make things better, make things that use the word jabroni appropriately, things that are fun to listen to and that aren't the same 10 people recycled over and over and over again. So I like hearing new people. I like that. That being said, that made bit of a Shotokan. There's a lot of focus and criticism directed at anime for the lolicons, which valid. If you're a lolicon, you're a degenerate. Maybe we should focus some of that at the Shotacons. It's when I watch Vermeil in Gold. Yes, she's a million-year-old demon. She is doing sexually explicit things with a high school boy, a little older. He's very like strong in his way. She's a demon, so of course she's going to be some sort of regenerate. That makes sense to me. I'm okay watching Vermeil in Gold. Something about the banter, the dialogue in Maid I Hired Recently is Mysterious. I didn't like it. The kid is legit 8. Yeah. The only thing I'm trying to figure, like, is Chainsaw Man coming out in the fall? I believe it is. We get Chainsaw Man fall 2022. So look forward to that very soon. In that first episode, we have a maid who's been hired by this child. But this child is the, like, he's the master of the house. So, and I don't know the time period we're in. Kid's wearing like knickers and has like a leather binding to hold his books together, like a little belt, right? Like he looks like a little English boy. But then there's like electric streetcars and cafes and like normal, like I would say 1930s kind of stuff around. And I'm like, what time is it? I thought this was like horse and buggy, but here I am seeing like electric subway trams and stuff. Like I don't, when are we in this? Is this an era where this kid is considered a grown-up? Is that where we're at? Or is this actually as weird as I think it is? Like, I can't get myself in the headspace because I don't understand. I don't understand. And I don't know that I want to understand. I will probably watch one more episode, even though it's in the dropped bin, just to see if we get, because like there's obvious hints at like something else or other motives going on here. But the way that she teases him gets a little, it's a little explicit. It's a little iffy. And I don't know. It feels like she's what's the word? What's the word where you say and do things to like a younger person in such a way that eventually they do what you want them to do when they get older? What's that? There's a term for that. I know it's somewhere. I'll have to figure that out. I can't think of it now. No, that's the term for like when you take your dog to get their hair trimmed. That's a different word. I don't think that can't be it. It's a different term. It's got to be a different term. Oh my goodness. The manga for Maid You Hired is pretty cool because the only color on each page are her eyes. That makes a lot of sense. They make a lot about her eyes in that first episode, so I can see even if you printed a black and white manga to want to have it like color the eyes on every page. This will be the most unique thing you've ever seen. Meanwhile, there's probably some doujin out there where it's like every page she will have colored nipples. Every single page. But everything else will be black and white. Anyway, speaking of Maid I Hired is mysterious. That's why Serranos is getting the Dragon Maid ads. Shota-kun. Oh no! Serranos, you want a big milfy mama to come treat you like a baby? Spank you and swaddle you up? Did we just find the secret? Shota is a name. Not a fan. What are you talking about? Shotokan, sometimes shortened to Shota, is a Japanese slang portmanteau of the phrase Shotaro complex. A Shotokan is described as a person who is attracted to fictional boys 16 or younger, who is attracted to fictional boys who have the appearance of a character, or who is attracted to fictional boys who have the appearance of a character who is 16 or younger. Shotokan. It is definitionally a fetish. The fact that the kid's name in Dragon Maid is Shota is the point. It's also a name sometimes. Yeah, and Lolita was the name of a character in a book as well. That's literally... These terms come from people's names, but that doesn't mean, like, Karen. Karen is a name, but it's still a term, right? Like, you wouldn't be like, actually, Karen's a name. You understand what it means. I know. Where is this the chat delay eating my ass right now? Like, I know Shota is the name of the kid. That's literally like, oh my goodness. It'd be like, oh, look, I made a show and it's about how this girl is going to get groomed. I'm going to call her Lolita. Yeah, that's the point. You're using the term as the name. Oh, you people are insane. You're insane, but you're also maybe 20 seconds back. The Three Kings, Shota, Lolly, and Karen. We three kings of Twitterverse are as the chat delay. Okay, good. I thought you were messing with me. I thought you were all messing with me. Anyway, back to this. Maid is mysterious. Lilith's connection to Yuri runs deeper than expected. This is the episode 1 by Louis Kemner. He's back, folks. We're here, and I don't like this show. Oh, so we'll see. We'll see if this take goes hard enough that I need to like follow up with the show just to stay on top of the Louis Kemner articles, but we'll find out. You know, people are gonna hate you for this. First manga you bought was Naruto Shippuden, and I colored it in cover to cover before you read it, and then read it, and never bought a manga after that. That's pretty funny, actually. That's pretty funny. You're like, oh, this is cool. I got a whole coloring book. Sweet. As long as you didn't use markers, because I feel like manga pages are so thin that if you hit it with marker, you're just like you're coloring straight through like 5 pages. Oh my goodness. The guy who tried to do his porn comic into the lolly demon's name was Lolita. Yeah, from the book, like it's not good. Like obviously, like that guy, he just wanted to draw some very very bad things. Which it's, legally, I think they should be allowed to draw that, but they should not draw that. I hate this. I hate this all so much. Oh, hail salty Texas. How are you doing? How are you doing? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here. I don't even care or remember what that guy's crazy comic was about, but yeah, stuff like that should not exist, but it should be allowed to exist. And it's this weird thing because it's drawn and technically no one's getting like hurt, like nobody's liberty's being infringed by somebody making something like that. But God, if I don't hate it and wish it didn't exist and that nobody had the drive to draw anything like that. Why isn't the name of the show Lolita's Toy? Probably because, I mean, based on your description, that show probably would have needed a few more titles than just Lolita's Toy. Like Lolita's Emoto Toy. Ugh. I hate that. Why does that exist? Again, you should be allowed to make it, but why do you make it? Why do we let these things happen? Why do we let these people get to this point? At what point was this guy like, oh, I should make this comic. This will be a good manga. It'll have beep. And someone around them said, yeah, I'll publish that. Cool. No. If you're going to make something that's that like awful, you need to just make it yourself. You have to buy the whole facility. You have to buy the printing machines. You have to be the one to produce every inch of it so that anything associated with it has to be associated with you. And if it all goes to shit and you lose all your money, it's on you. And it's not on anybody else to have lost their money because you made this awful, degenerate garbage. Tentacle prawn? Tron digital prawn? No. Much worse, Salty. Much worse. We're talking the validity of... Validity? What are we talking about right now? We're talking about Shotokan and Lolicon and how it shouldn't exist but it does, and how Made is Mysterious puts me in a weird place where it's like, I don't like where this show leans, I don't like this idea, I don't see why this is okay and praised and the other way is hated. This is not great. You know the answer because everyone would be named Lolita. Yeah, you would not know. Hello Lolita. Hello other Lolita. Lolita 2, Lolita 4, however many there are. Literally nothing happened. It starts in the dojins that we talked about, capitalism happens. Did it? Did it start with dojins? Oh, see, tentacle porn though. Like, tentacle porn is genius. Is absolute genius, okay? We went through the history of tentacle porn in a previous stream. We have The Fisherman's Wife, where she is getting tentacled by an actual octopus because some crazy guy was like, yeah, I will draw that. And he drew a tentacle back in the Edo period, doing its thing. Tentacle porn did not then just become a thing. It disappeared forever because people were like, it's kind of weird. It came back with the post-World War II censorship laws that made it so that you could not show peen and vagine, or a peen going into a vagine specifically. So animators were like, what's not a peen? Tentacle, that's not a peen. And so they had an entire industry spring up because they're like, we can draw tentacles going into vagines and we don't get censored. Yay! And so it's a true stroke of genius to reach back into their history to pull out the tentacle prawn so they could move forward with animated prawn in Japan. But Shota's a little very different. Shotokan, put a space before and after A. Wait. Oh. Shotokan. Yeah, probably. Get a P.O. box. That's actually not a bad idea. I've probably needed a P.O. box for a while, just in life, honestly. There's a few reasons to get one. All right. Let's see what Louis Kemner thinks of our Shotokan maid, Lilith. And again, why the name Lilith? Why are we going to like the what is it, like the Jewish side tradition of Lilith being Adam's first wife or something like that? I always forget the actual I'll say like history, because this is a weird specific tradition and all that. But like Evangelion leaned heavily into Lilith being like the progenitor of humanity, as opposed to like Eve. It's a very, very Japanesey thing. The testicle loophole. Shaft is a shaft at the end of the day. When you're desperate enough, shaft is a shaft, I guess. All right, Magical Eyes. I will say, animation-wise, this show is good. All of their budget. I'm not ignoring your threat, Michael. You can send whatever you want. You saying that made me remember that, like, yeah, I probably do need a PO box anyway. So I might as well get a PO box, and then I can post it here too. So it'll be fun. You meant tentacle. Don't retract that. You should have left it. Testicle was funny. I like testicle. It's a funny, it's just such a funny word. Although I will say a funnier word is scrot, like scrotum, like in that one South Park episode. They're like scrot coat. Is it a threat if you go through with it? Yeah, I think so. I think that makes it an actionable threat. Like that steps up the threatometer there. Takes it to a whole nother level. It's a promise. It's not a threat, it's a promise. That's still a threat, actually. That is a promise of violence, which is colloquially known as a threat, actually. So, congratulations on threatening me? Anyway. Let's see. Is Louis Kemner going to be on the side of maid I hired, or is he going to realize it's a bit iffy? This is a bit iffy! Maid I hired recently is mysterious. It is a brand new anime series joining the blistering summer 2022 lineup. Nice blistering joke reference. That's hot. Starring the lonely heir Yuri. Also, this little boy's name is Yuri. Yuri. Japanese for lesbian and lilies. Maid I hired is the new Shikimori. Yeah. That isn't a threat, it's a prompt. This just turned from a threat into a battery. Thanks, asshole. And his mysterious new maid Lilith. Little is known of where Lilith came from or why she wants to work at Yuri's estate in particular, but there are already some solid clues in the series premiere. Why are we focusing on these clues and not at the fact that she's very, very promiscuous with this young boy? Lilith won't explain much to her young boss Yuri. She simply arrives one evening in episode 1 and says she's there simply because she wants to be there, and Yuri is expected to take that at face value. Also, can we say it's also weird that she goes from like a full neck down maid costume to a titty out, look at my booby mole maid costume on her way there? Why? She literally goes from like neck, collar, everything covered, like a traditional full maid outfit, to check out these yabos, and I've got a mole. Would you like a closer look? Sex. I know the answer, but it doesn't make sense. Why wasn't she just always wearing it? She gets on a train, and then all of a sudden, boom, bang, she's at the house, wabos out and everything. She could have just left, like, in the sexy outfit, if that was the idea. It was like, this is my anti-train groping outfit so that I can make it there in one piece, and then once I'm there, I'll change outside his premises. Like, where did she change? Station bathroom? What era is this? Is it a bathroom or a hole in the ground? I still don't know. Anyway. Naturally, there is more to it, and a flashback in episode 1 suggests that Lilith is operating on someone else's orders. Someone who's trying to orchestrate them both into a terrible thing. As per the anime's title, Lilith, the helpful maid, volunteers little information about herself when she arrives at Yuri's small mansion, one evening seemingly at random. Yuri is taken by total surprise since he never directly hired her, and no one even told him that Lilith would start working in his family's estate. He demands an explanation for this, but Lilith tells him almost nothing, not even her name. Instead, she expresses her desire to work here free of charge as a maid to keep Yuri safe and happy, all for its own sake. She expects him to take that at face value, but being the cautious and defensive boy he is, Yuri quickly decides to crack this mystery. He's not a cautious and defensive boy. He's a little boy going through puberty. He doesn't understand why he's attracted to the eyes and yabos in front of him. She's taking advantage of it. Her first goal getting there was to be inconspicuous, and then her goal was to seduce a child. Is there a way this turns out okay? Revelation, she's 4 years older than him. And just really, really physically mature. We have the reverse lolly! Like from, Aiken. Instead of the 1,000-year-old demon, lolly, we have the 13-year-old MILF. We reverse it, and now suddenly their relationship's okay. Would that make it okay? Is that something I would believe in? Is that something that... I still don't understand this world. Would she, like, at what age would she be old enough to, like, leave wherever she's at, travel, and, like, join them up? At what age is he able to take over as Lord of the House and fire all of his staff? Like, I still don't know the time period, so the time period's still weirding me out. It could be fine, it could be not. And then also, we don't know her age technically, so, like, at this point, are they going to pull that Uno reverse card where it's like, you thought this was Shotokan, but they're within 5 years, Romeo and Juliet laws apply for this. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that would make this better. We'll see. We shall have to see. I guess I am going to give it another episode then. He follows Lilith around and questions her, but she tells him little else. Yuri doesn't even learn his maid's name until he sneaks a peek at her paperwork. How did he know where the paperwork was? That was a very strange part of the episode. But even that document reveals little else about her. This back and forth about Lilith's mysterious origins promises to drive most of the humor in the Maid is Mysterious anime. Does it? Who's laughing? Who laughed in this episode? I didn't laugh. With Yuri going on the offensive to learn more about his maid while letting his wild imagination get the better of him, Yuri is still apprehensive about all this, understandably so, since this is all so sudden and he is an orphan kid living on his own. Yuri isn't ready to be the head of household or have a maid for that matter, and while he might think that this is just a bizarre coincidence or fate's way of teasing him, there is probably a more mundane explanation for all this. Lilith's arrival isn't nearly as random as it seems. See? Full collar, all the way up. Can't see nothing. Her gloves are one with her jacket. It's so dark. And then Wabo. Well, what's wait, you can't. Oh, how? Why would Louis Kemner pick these pictures? It looks like, oh, she's got a collar. The collar ends right here, and the yabos are poof, 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 right there. Right there. Could have been better. Just let him free the whole time then. Just let him free the whole time. Even if Lilith won't explain anything to Yuri, the narrative will explain a few things to viewers. To help put some meat on the bones, the maid I hired recently is mysterious, isn't entirely a romantic comedy. With the gimmick of a maid teasing her young master, there's something more serious going on. A brief flashback near the end of episode 1 reveals that Lilith was living elsewhere as a maid until recently, but the contents of a certain letter prompted her to pack her things, hop on a train, and make haste for Yuri's family's estate. The letter's contents aren't shown, but viewers can make estimations on what it said. Of course we can, Louis. Why would you say that? It's likely that one of Yuri's other surviving relatives, such as an aunt, uncle, grandparents, sent that letter to make sure Yuri is taken care of in his lonely little mansion. Perhaps the letter is from his own parents, and someone else sent it on their behalf, soon after their deaths. In any case, it's unclear why Lilith is keeping all this a secret from Yuri. Why can't she just say, your grandparents sent me here, for example? Are Yuri's family members testing him by sending a mysterious maid to work for him? There might be a more serious reason for Lilith hiding her origins, and either the letter's sender wants to keep them a secret, or Lilith herself wishes to keep that information private. It's even possible that Lilith was supposed to explain more, but Yuri is disobeying orders for some reason. The rest is a total mystery for both Yuri and the viewers, but hopefully all will be revealed in time. Here's the way this becomes A, okay, and B, this is my thought as to like where this is going. Lilith, the maid that he hired that's mysterious, was the maid of one of his parents' maids, or was the daughter of one of his parents' maids. So, maid has a girl. She's a little baby maid, I guess we could call her. And when Yuri is born, she's like a little kid maid. So we'll say they are 6 years apart. Something that's far enough that you could explain their difference in physicality, but close enough that we'll be okay as they age up, and it won't be problematic. So she's the daughter of one of the maids. Yuri's born. She knows Yuri from being a kid maid, and then she leaves to go do other maid stuff work. When all of the butlers and maids get fired, one of them sends a letter and says, "Hey, he fired us all, but you know, you were there when he was born. You were there when he was like a little baby kid. You want to come help take care of him?" And she's like, "Oh, I remember him. I'll come take care of him." And now she comes as, if he's, there's no way, like, he's 8. There's no way that she would be like 14, 15. Like, maybe, I guess anime does do that sometimes. So she's 14, 15, he's 8. Like, it's terrifying now, but maybe later it could be an okay relationship. I don't know. But that's the way that I see this show, as being okay. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. Open? Why won't you open? All right. And now, the final story of the day. You all saw it in Discord. Michael was like, maybe we got a fairy tale article, but I think that you spelled Ezra Miller wrong. I did not misspell Ezra Miller, and in fact, I had to like think about it as I typed it, because I was like, how do I spell this right? Erza. Okay, cool. Urza. Because we are talking about Urza Scarlet. What possible anime connection could we make between Ezra Miller and anime? What could it be? Like what would be the thing? Like would they make an anime about it? I don't know. But yes, Serranos has already spied the reason for my article choice here. Louis Kemner, you fiend! How could you dare say that fan service would ruin female representation when fan service brings us the greatest female representation? It glorifies the female form and figure. Is this a Kemner article? This is a Kemner article! Why was that unhighlightable for me? She's literally great representation. Natsuo, Gray, Lucy, everyone. Maribel, everybody wearing swimsuits. Ice Boy literally taking off his clothes at all times. It is fantastic because it's just a part of the show. It's part of the world, and that's fine. What would you have like one character that never undresses and is always wearing full plate armor as like a joke? She'd be a joke at that point. She wouldn't be a part of the team. It wouldn't be as inclusive or anything if she wasn't sticking around with everybody when they go to the beach and all that. Fairy Tail is known best for two things: its many powerful female characters and its overzealous fan service, but Urza Scarlet might strike a balance. Best waifu in Fairy Tail. Oof. You like Evergreen? Hold on. I need to make sure I don't say the wrong name because I do not remember Fairy Tail names very well. Mira Jane, that's a good answer. Mira Jane. That might be the right answer when you think about it. 20 best female characters. Number 1, Mira Jane Strauss. I feel like I agree with this as well. I feel like I'm on the Mira Jane train. Urza Scarlet, pulling up number 2. Still tops. She's very good. Old tier. Interesting. Kana. Okay. Kana. Shitty list. Get out of here. Kana's best waifu. 100%. Juvia is fun, but also it's a little freaky sometimes. Get out of here. Get out of here. You don't do this. Why do people do this? I hate people. Why? Why do they do this? Levy's fun. Get out of here. Meridi. Kagura. Aquarius. Yukino. Bisca. Do. What? Yeah, bruh. Here's your bruh moment. When you're putting... Okay, again, why do people do this? I Google waifu and then it's the best female characters Fairy Tail. Get out of here. What in the world? That's Michael's vote. Damn you, Michael. What are you doing to the world? Sherry Blendy? I didn't know Blendy was your last name. That's funny. Evergreen not even on here. So, sorry. Your opinions get bent. Oh my goodness. All right. Fairy Tail never quite made it as one of Shonen's classic big three in the 2000s, falling short of Dragon Ball Z's legacy, while Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach led the pack. That being said, author Hiro Mashima's fantasy action manga and the anime it inspired still has many fans around the world, and it's easy to see why. If you be honest with yourself, though, like, it's not the big three. Willie, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, he's just yelling at you. Maybe?
I don't know.
What's he yelling about? Is he okay?
Yeah, he just wants to.
That was kind of a terrifying yell. Come here, buddy. You can be with me. You can be with me. You say hi. Say hello. Meow meow. No, now you're all shy. Now you're unhappy. Where you going? You just jump down?
No.
You just want to be down there? You just don't want to be in the camera? Freaking goofball cat. That terrified me. I've not heard his meow from like out of the room before. That was like, I don't know, like panic mode, like protect the animals mode. That was a farmer in me, just like, the animals aren't safe. That was terrifying. Tap to read more. It cut off at 20. No, I don't want to do that. There's great art of Mira Jane, Lee Zan, and Azuma together. Hit me up on Twitter or Discord if you wouldn't mind. I've seen lots of good art of Mira Jane, so I believe you. I'm just not sure exactly which one you're referring to, but I'd love to see it. Don't let him on screen. Michael's gonna add him to the harem. No, not Willie. Not even Michael's that gay. Oh my goodness. I think my cat's closer to Michael's age than I am. But I think if you're honest with yourself, what was I saying? Fairy Tail is big. Like if you were to say big four, Fairy Tail's in that list. Like it's so massive. Levy's the best girl in Fairy Tail. Yeah, I mean, she's got a fun personality. You know, for me, I think kind of beats her out, but I can see the Levy love. I can see it there, but I think I definitely think Kana wins in that fight at least. It's easy to see why it has many fans. Fairy Tail is unapologetically shonen from start to finish, with everything from a colorful setting and combat system. Kana's an alcoholic, so get wrecked. Yeah. Kampai, my friend. A colorful setting, a cool combat system, to comedy, drama, and more than a few powerful protagonists. This includes the red-haired swordsman Urza Scarlet, who is often more popular than even Natsuo. Natsu. Why do I keep saying Natsuo? What is Natsuo from? Is it Tetsuo? Is that why I'm saying it? Tetsuo! Is that why I want to say Natsuo instead of Natsu? Natsu. His name almost means summer, doesn't it? Natsu and Lucy, and in Urza's character at least, Fairy Tail actually balances its ludicrous fan service with genuine female empowerment. Okay. Why? Oh. He got me. He got me, boys. I thought I was the fisherman. I thought I was the bait master. I thought I was the one that was throwing out a line and finding the fun stuff. But no, Louis Kemner. Here I thought I was throwing out the bait for a fish, but here he is pulling me into the lake. Did Fairy Tail's fan service harm Urza's important shonen female representation? He's literally just asking the question. And then he says, she actually balances. Oh, hit me with that biscuit hammer. Oh my goodness. Levy is literally the best. You talking about Levy or Levi now? There are some whack spelling choices right now, and I can't keep up. The inspiring story of Fairy Tales Urza Scarlet. Oh my goodness. She is good. She is good character. Thank you, Louis. Thank you. It's no secret that the Fairy Tale franchise, including its 100-year quest sequel, relies heavily on fan service to keep viewers heavily engaged. We changed the letters to bother you. You knew what you were doing. My brain had to read it correctly. My bad. My bad. It's all good. All good. It's funnier that way. Trust me. Most optimistically, this can be described as celebrating feminine beauty. Most cynically, this can be described as a cheap way to appeal to the lowest common denominator and get more viewers. I say both. Make me a mega mod so you can time out mods. Can I time out mods? Hold on. Let's see. If I do, so let's check this. So, Michael, go ahead and type something. It really does feel borderline exploitative for most fairy tale characters. Fortunately, those such as Urza manage to strike a balance. Yes, they do. If only barely. Don't qualify it. Yo, okay. All right, now, try to say something now. I hit the timeout button, so I hope he comes back. I actually don't know how all this works. Why did all of his messages get deleted? I just timed him out. That's weird. Why would it do that? Apparently, I thought it was just going to put him in a timeout. I didn't know it was going to erase him forever. How do I untime him out? I can't untime him out. He's only in timeout now. No, oh, dang it. Now I timed out Pop. No! This is why we don't ban things that aren't bots. Damn it! What have I done? No! Yes, if you're a mod, you should be able to view the deleted messages just by clicking view deleted message. The only people who can't do that would be standard chatters. Like if you lose your mod status, you aren't able to view deleted messages. No, what did I do? What have I done? I want to fast forward to 5 minutes in the future where they're not timed out anymore. How do I do that? The only way to do that is going to be to read this article. We can go forward 1 minute at a time. This is why we lost 50% of chat. No. Oh, I did this to myself. I have no one to blame but me. Pop and Michael are the bad mods. You want to be a bad mod also? No, if I time you out, we're not gonna have any chatters left. You found a ton of diamond and redstone. Good. I don't understand redstone at all, and I want to. So I wanna get into redstone in Minecraft. I hope that gets cool. I don't really know. Like I see people make like calculators and shit, and I'm like, what? I don't understand it. All right. As an attractive young woman, Urza features prominently in Fairy Tale's fan service, from frequently appearing in bikinis to making suggestive poses, or even wearing her own seduction armor suit, which is really just a way to distract her male opponents and get them to lower their guard. The good news is that unlike many of other fairy tale characters, Urza's design makes a real effort to balance things out and present her as an inspiring, noble, and empowering person for viewers, mainly girls, but potentially boys too. Redstone is so fun, and now there are skulk sensors, which are ranged redstone that work off sound. Ooh, Very interesting. So we can make like a sort of like an alarm system, like we got drowned coming in, or something like that. When they go, we can get them that way. I can't believe I hit the 3 dots on Pop's message. I swore I was clicking the 3 dots on Michael's message, and it's like, if I can blame something, the entire line of like the 3 dots is all hidden behind my mic stand because it actually comes from like the far side of the desk and sort of blocks part of my screen. So I couldn't exactly see my mouse, but I thought I saw it like through the springs of the stand, but Deep Blue Ice is awesome with boat. Deep Blue Ice? What you mean, like the chess robot? I don't know what you're talking about. Now you're speaking stuff that I was in the beta for Minecraft, remember? That was the last time I played was beta. I'm a beta Minecrafter. That's who I am. To begin with, Urza neatly twisted the damsel in distress storyline when she bravely became her own rescuer. She was both the damsel and the knight, being one of many child slaves in the Tower of Heaven project until she fearlessly led the slave revolt and fought for her freedom. From there, the empowered warrior joined the Fairy Tale Guild and quickly rose in ranks, rivaling the established powerhouse Mirrodin Strauss, another girl around Urza's age. By the time Lucy Hartfilia joined in episode 1, Urza was one of Fairy Tale's few S-ranked wizards. Lamau, slave revolt. That's the problem with your revolts. If you can't spell, you can't gather the people. Okay, well, if you're back, that means we'll get Pop here in a minute. And everyone had immense respect for her as a person and as a wizard who can swap outfits in battle. What a strange power when you think about it. I have the power of outfit swapping. It's basically, it's like in WoW, but like real time. And I feel disciplined. Minecraft. 2 different types of ice, light blue and dark blue. Dark blue is great. Got it. Pop culture. Pop culture is like the kid when you're upset at your kids because one of them did something really stupid and you're like, you're in timeout. Go to your room right now. And the other one is like, will you put him in timeout? And you're like, you timeout as well. You're both in timeout now. It just gets like they didn't do anything, but they just get tied up in the discipline. What's his name? Caleb Moppet would probably like that. He's like, oh, there's discipline going around. Give me some of that. Evergreen, Levy, Lucy, Mira Jane, Lizanne. That's it. That's your top 10. You're like two crazy girls too, but we ignore them. That's not a top 10. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I see. Your top 10 Wabos. I get you. That's your top 10 Opie list. It's only got 5 girls on it though. Get it? Which one wins though? Evergreen lefty or evergreen righty? Her left and her right, by the way. In this way, Fairy Tale's female empowerment caught up to the ludicrous fan service in Urza's character. She even owns her own fan service, nearly always appearing confident and comfortable when she shows off her beach bod, or when she dons that seduction armor to mess with Jalal's head. Hold on. How is when she shows off her beach bod? Anime's 5 best beach episodes and why they work. We're tangenting here. Sailor Moon, The Summer, the Beach, Youth, and Ghosts. Okay, that's a great episode. My Love Story, My Ocean. My Love Story is the one with the jacked dude with like the big lips and like the really like he's got the haircut of like a 90s dad who was in the military. Like that's just who is his high and tight is so funny. Lizana has small ones though, small compared to everyone else. Doesn't Levy also have small ones? Fairy tale images. Yeah, Levy's also pretty normal. She's I would say medium, small. They're there. They're there, but they're not massive. It's not flat as justice, I'll say, but it's not quite medium premium. It's right in between. I don't know what that would be. Lizana fairy tale. You're just joking. There's no way. Okay, there's some pictures of her where she looks like medium is premium, but then there's some other pictures where it's Opie is life. Yeah, I think Lizana goes back and forth depending on how the author felt that day, but she's at least medium is premium. She's got it bigger than Levy. Unironic number 1. Why'd you put her second in the list then? We all know what my love story is. Do we? Your dad used to look like the MC. I had a buddy whose dad looks like the main character. To this day, he looks like the main character with his high and tight. She got a Bazonga upgrade later on in the series. Oh, good for her. Everybody likes a little character development. Another on the beach episode. And then the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Love Chunibyo had a good beach episode, apparently. Why do you link to a shows off her beach bod as the link, and then in the list of best beach episodes, you don't have a single fairy tale beach episode listed? What is that for? A major part of fan service isn't just how much skin is shown, but what the character feels about it, which is where the border between exploitation and empowerment can be drawn. Urza is proud of her magic, her body, and her worth as a wizard, and that can be inspiring in its own right. Her motto could even be, "I'm sexy and strong, and I know it." And she is. That's the important part of that motto. And in the modern era of sexual liberation and body positivity, that means a lot. Let's be fair. Let's be very, very fair. When Urza is positive of her body, she has a very positive body to be positive about. It's not really body positivity if it's like, yeah. Now, I will grant you there's some people with a dysphoria where they may be beautiful, but they feel like they aren't, and so you need to like get them some body positivity. But when you have a confident person who has a good, like if she was this confident but she had like a whale body, probably wouldn't, like, that would be body positivity. But she's confident and she looks good. I don't know that we put that in the body positivity category here. It's nigh impossible to shame Urza for showing some serious skin when she owns it like that, but alas, most of Fairy Tail's other characters cannot keep up. It's nice to have a chat about where people aren't trash talking the show. Really? About Fairy Tail? Who trash talks Fairy Tail? Is that a thing? Is that a thing that happens? No, when Fairy Tail's fan service goes wrong. Boom. We need like it inverts to like the you know, when you do the post processing and the black becomes white, the white becomes black. It inverts everything and we get a when Fairy Tail's fan service goes wrong. People really hate Fairy Tail. Why? The worst thing you can say about Fairy Tail is that After watching 160 episodes, I got kind of bored, and I was like, yeah, I've seen a lot of this now. I don't need to finish it. That's the worst thing I can say is like after a period of time, I was like, yeah, that's how the show goes. You know, I didn't. There was something didn't really happen in like the leveling system or something. I don't know why. Just kind of fell off for me. It fell off. So many people hated the anti-fan service types and the ones that hate the power of friendship stuff. So it's a little generic with its power of friendship shown in themes, and it's a little fan service. I feel like you should have a bad show if you hate a show, and there's nothing bad about Fairy Tail. So many people trash it. What? People are crazy. People be crazy. In the long run, Fairy Tail's fan service is a mixed bag, and fans will have their own opinions on whether it skews towards empowerment or exploitation. You know, we got to do the noise again. Even so, I need to get my soundboard hooked up is what I need to do. That's what I need to do. Even so, there's definitely ample room for improvement, and that goes double for the main female lead, Lucy Heartfilia, with Urza. Fairy Tail's fan service is just noble enough that it's not totally a lost cause, but Lucy is a different story. Isn't this about Urza? Why are we talking about Lucy now? You like it, though? Yeah, I got that sense. A lot of people cosplaying from it, though. Exactly. I think it's got a healthy fan base. There's probably just a few loud people. Exploitation can be done of minors, and there are no minor in Fairy Tail. I say without knowing. Isn't that one dragon girl young? She was in that top 20 list, and I went, no! Well, I guess it's not a waifu list. It's just a female character list. That occurred. Is she not minor? I don't know. You say without knowing. Yeah, I don't actually know how old anybody is. Windy. Mendy is just short. She's only like a year younger than Natsu. Is she? Hold on. Fairy Tail age. Why is that the autofill? I typed in Wendy F-A-I and it said Wendy Fairy Tail age. Internet, you better stop. You better slow your roll. You better quit with all this people of different ages and young ages bullshit. This is getting out of hand. When my Google autofills to know the age of a character, it's too much. We're getting a little too far. Wendy's Kate Shelter guild stamp was located on her right shoulder, but after the guild disbanded, she joined Fairy Tail. The stamp was replaced by Fairy Tail's guild stamp. Her age currently is 14 to 15. You aren't the first to search that term. Yeah. Yeah, I know. After the time skip, she would be 19. She was in a sort of paused state after the events of Tenro Island. Wait, so is she in a paused state and she has all that mentality, or is she in a paused state where she's still 12 or 15 or whatever? Oh, why? Why, internet? Why you do this? Why do you make my life so... I'm trying to spread the fact that anime is great and it tells really good stories and that, like, it's a really interesting medium, as well as the fact that there's an entire nation that's built on this indie storytelling, meritocracy that allows the best of the best to grow, the ones that speak to the most people to grow, and that can, like, really have a lot to say and interesting things and takes. And then I have to deal with this every frickin' day. Oh, how old is this character? Oh, is this character old enough? Oh, is he close enough for Japan? Nah, 'cause that's... freaking... There's a time skip. There's a time skip in all shonen. I literally said it's tropey shonen. You should have assumed. You should have assumed time skips. Not so. Age. Why don't I have an age for Natsu? Average, mages, mage, enraged, increasing the damage, usage. Control F is funny when you're looking for a thing that's a part of a lot of words. Age is 18 to 19. So I guess they're close enough or whatever. You didn't like Urza's backstory, but you like her character. So it fits. It's complicated. Interesting. You don't listen. It goes in one ear, out the other. Whoop. Good. You got that brain tunnel. His age is spoiled. What? How? People are crazy. I don't know that anyone's age is a spoiler. But like, what does spoiler mean to people? Does it mean like literally anything? Anything about the show that isn't like known by the title? Is that a spoiler to you people? Or is it actual events that occur where it's like, oh, this is blah, blah. Anyway. Lucy is also an attractive young lady who slowly proves her worth as a fighter and an upstanding person in Fairy Tail. The year he was born is? What? Some characters have a real age and it's an actual major spoiler. I think you're spoiling the fact that this is a spoiler. I don't think anyone on the planet would be like, oh, that character is like 30. And then they'd be like, oh, spoilers, man. Spoilers. Anything that you think it is, it's complicated. God, would you guys get a definition already? I have a group of friends that are really anti-spoiler. Super anti-spoiler. Anything is a spoiler. If I give a review on a game that I've played, like, oh, hey, we should all play this, or I think you'd like this, I have to say, I enjoyed it. I'm 100 hours in and I still enjoy it. You know, I cannot say anything about the game because they think that's a spoiler. I had to find that definition because I would say stuff and they'd be like, oh, spoilers. I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? That's not a spoiler. It's literally it's practically the title of the game. And so stuff like that happens. You'll DM me later, maybe. You don't know? Okay, well, whatever. I'm going to do me until someone tells me like a definition of spoiler that the entire chat and everybody can agree on to say, this is what we call a spoiler. This is what we call not a spoiler. Because if calling him a certain age would have been a spoiler, you know, I'll bring out the Gundam. I'll bring out Spoiler Gundam. Spoiler Tequila Gundam, who's here to spoil the night because he's filling you full of tequila and spoil the show because he knows all the secrets of the show. I'll bring him out for spoilers, but I didn't know that was going to be a spoiler for everybody. So we need to come up with a definition of spoilers so that we can make sure we bring Spoiler Gundam out for the right reasons. Well, now you're calling me a liar. If I write you're saying there's more info. I can't not worry about spoilers because people care about spoilers. You care when I send in a few days? Good. Glad I'm so memorable. That's the best. Aside from a few scenes where she's really showing off her sex appeal to someone, Lucy's fan service usually puts her in distress with her clothes and costumes being torn off again and again. Why is this about Lucy? Why are we talking about Lucy in a thing about Urza? Unlike Urza. Spoiler warning! YouTube chat should allow spoiler chats the same way like Discord does. Like here, I'll drop it in Discord, but like you can just use like the line and like vertical line, and it makes things a spoiler. This whole symbol here, and then like you have to click it to open it up. I really like it. I like the way it works. It's this thing. I'll put it in YouTube chat. You do that on the front and back of your text, and it'll hide it as a spoiler. This puts Lucy in a defensive and helpless situation each time. Often, whatever is this? We're talking about Urza and how she's a great character, and then you're like, whatever. Lucy's the most exploited character ever. The character that constantly shows off her body to distract others. Yeah, literally does that on purpose in order to be a distraction. That's awesome. Chat is awesome. You guys are great. I have a wonderful time every time I stream because of the chat. Because for some reason, whatever I've said that causes you guys to hang out and chat has created this fun little group, and that's sort of the whole point of the channel, was create a group where we can all talk about things and we can be open with what we think about anime. Nobody's gonna like kick you out of the group yet. I don't know that anyone will ever kick you out of the group, but somebody might say something that we then say, wow, you should never do that or say that again. And then they probably will have to kick themselves out of the group. It'll be a self gatekeeping group where we hold tight to our principles of bullying, and some people will just have to leave because they can't handle it. So that's how we'll work. That's how we'll work. You wouldn't want anybody be distressed from clothes being ripped off. It happens to Gray constantly in a slightly different way. It's true. It's very true. It does happen to Gray. Lucy type characters are important. You need characters who sometimes lose. Also true. And I feel like he kind of ignores the fact that Lucy does use her body from time to time as a distraction, as a thing, as a plot point. So sort of mean to Lucy there at the end of your "Why is Urza so great" article, Louis. You could have just said, here's why Urza's so great, and congratulations. You know, you got me with the bait. You got me with the bait. You had me in the first half. That second half, though, you fell off. You're like, oh, but Lucy's bad fan service. You could have done anything else. You could have just ended the article after saying that Urza's got good fan service and here's why she's a kick-ass character. End of article. Why do we have to say, oh, but Lucy's a bad one? Why do we do that? Why do we do that? You can't wait to abuse the power you've been given. Oh, be careful, Michael. He might time you out again, and then you won't be able to say "Compire" at the end. I better wrap up this show. Oh, no! He already did it! Congratulations, Michael Delusion of the Third. You are the first chatter to ever receive two timeouts in one show. Congratulations. You did it. You did it. I'm ending the poll. We have a tie. It is 31% to 30 to 30%. Fire Emblem Chainsaw Man, Persona coming in at 23%, One Piece at 15%. Total of 13 votes to get us those answers. If we need to figure out between Fire Emblem and Chainsaw Man, I don't know why these are on here. I have my suspicions, but we will get to that later. We'll figure that out. I will just believe that Michael is there joining us in our closing conpie, because that was too funny. Too funny, Dragon Ruse. I like the joy. We're a play. Anyone who just came in and saw somebody get timed out by a mod, it's a joke. Learn it's a joke. We're a community where you can say whatever you want. We'll judge you for it, but you're allowed to say it. I think judging what people say is an important part of listening to what they say, and then determining what you think about it. So don't be scared to speak your mind. Join the community, speak your mind. We're on Discord. We're on Twitch. I think I'm going to start doing Twitch Tuesdays Do a pre-stream. We did an hour today. Maybe we expand that to an hour and a half or something like that, depending on how it goes. Minecraft Monday's fun because it alliterates, but it also went late, being an after show thing. So either Minecraft Monday will become a pre YouTube stream as well, or we will move it to just Twitch Tuesday, where it's a pre YouTube stream. Take it away. It's too much power. As you wish, Dragon Roos. Thank you for your service in the anti-hentai bot brigade. You are no longer a moderator. Enjoy being a chatter. Have a good one. Everyone, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. This has been Blaine's Escape Corner, and I hope to see you tomorrow, where we will talk about more anime and anime-related news. Enjoy things. And if you don't enjoy something, go find something else that you do enjoy. Have a good one. Kanpai.